Hey Michelle, what's up?
Oh, just trying to figure out where my clothes are. So frustrating. You know, when we were on our trip, we had our carry-on suitcase and we just knew we had that little bit of stuff. But now that we're back, we have more summer clothes and winter clothes and church clothes. No place to put it.
Yeah, so can you stand up in that corner?
No.
Yeah.
Not completely.
Not completely, you're on your knees.
Well, then you got to make sure that you duck so you don't hit your head.
Yeah. So the challenge we have today is we've got to make that big enough that we can actually get in there and get our clothes, but functional enough that it doesn't take up the whole room. So we couldn't use a traditional dresser. So we've designed an idea. We'd like to see your feedback. We'd like to hear from you if you think it was good, bad, or indifferent, and we're about to find out if it was good, bad, or indifferent. Stay tuned and we'll show you the whole process in the project. So the loft to this cabin, Michelle, how big is it?
So it's 10 feet this way by 22 feet this way. So, you know, 220?
Yeah, but as you can tell, we can't stand up except there in the very middle of the loft.
Just
right?
here. So it makes it a little tricky.
So that's our loft that we sleep in. We're going to be pulling that out too, but this was originally set up so a lot of people could sleep, and now it's becoming
Cozy nest.
Right, so here's my fancy artwork of what we're going to be building. It's pretty much to scale, huh?
Yeah.
So
it's perfect.
a good example of what we're going to be building is like this shoebox that we built right here, minus the supports, because it's not going to hold as much weight. So what we did is we went to the store and found, actually we did it online because being up here in the cabin it's a little bit harder. We got on and looked at different tote options, and the size that we settled on was 24 inches deep by 8 inches tall by 17 inches wide, and that should fit most of our clothes. And we were able to design it so that it could hold 15 totes. So we're hoping that that's enough to get our clothes in. Let's do it. So the first thing we realized is that we don't have a ton of space to paint, and so we kind of screwed up. If anybody can tell me what that is, you know, I'll shout you out in the next video. But what are we setting up? So we're gonna paint it first, and it might be good or bad, but we're gonna paint it and then we just have to do some touch up in there versus to paint in the cabin. So we'll see how that works out. So that's Michelle's job while I go clean up and do the interior stuff. So we've got Michelle out here. What you doing, hun?
I am just sanding down the edges so it's nice and smooth to get it prepped to paint.
Yep, just trying to keep it so it doesn't give us slivers. Yeah, guess what? Michelle needed my help.
I did.
It's not very often that Michelle asks me for help on anything. She just says, I do it myself.
Open, please.
I don't know that I can open it. Which way does it go? There's always the right tool for the job. I think they designed them for an axe head, so you could do that with them. But apparently she also needs to pour it out.
I need to stir it first, though.
How's it coming, Michelle?
It's coming.
So far, so good, huh?
So far, so good.
Fun that you found a roller, just rolling it on, huh?
It's a very good thing I found a roller. That was a pleasant surprise.
Sometimes at the cabin we have to make do with what we got because we forget to get something at the store. Luckily, she found a roller. Guess who's still out here painting away? I don't think your mic's on, but that's okay.
What?
Your mic's not on. So Michelle's painting away, I'll tell y'all, in case you can't hear. So now we're doing she's doing the back side. I've got the upstairs ready to go. I'll go up and show you that as soon as the air compressor stops making noise. This is how tight it is. Should give you a perspective. So what we've got to figure out is these totes go back 24 inches. But we're gonna have to hold it off the wall in order to go any distance. Does that make sense? So the way this is scheduled to be built, I guess 6 inches off the bottom would work. I mean, literally that first one, and then you just have a 1/2 inch gap, right, because of the wood. I mean, I don't know how tight we want it. Does that make sense? So, right now we're sitting at that 18, about where we thought we'd stop. We've kind of forgot that there has to be a 2 half-inch gaps, so you got to be at 19, right, or 18. It's sitting at 17 and a half, so it's got to be at 18 and a half, which puts us, you know, just barely held off the wall, which I mean isn't a bad thing necessarily.
Yeah.
But
well, we have.
Yeah, we've got that pipe sticking off the wall just a little bit too. But yeah, it will matter. So yeah, so these are the things that as we're designing this, and so some of you might go, well, the plastic totes aren't going to look very good. But what the next plan of the vision is to put an anchor across. And instead of having drawers that open up in the room to take out space, it's a curtain. We just slide out, grab our clothes, and go. So we'll see. That's our plan. We'll let you know how it works out. Anything on the thoughts, Michelle?
Well, it'll be interesting to see how it ends up.
After going up and talking and having it planned out, then we talked for another 30 minutes because it's always fun just to visit about what we want. So now we're going to go see if our design worked. We don't know. We'll let you know.
Well, we tried to cut the 24-inch board with the chop saw.
Which is this right down here. We just moved it.
We had to flip the board halfway through, and so that didn't work out so well. As you can see, the flipping made it not straight. So we're going to plan B.
We're going to go use the circular saw now and see if we can get it to cut. And well, I know it'll cut. See if I can use it right and get it to work right. So I found out about myself that I'm even a worse skill saw cutter. You see that line? And I'm going to chop saw. So Michelle, how did we solve our problem? Besides swearing. Oh, you didn't swear, I did.
No, we measured on both sides. So when we flip the board, we still have our measurement.
Yep, so you can see our measurement here, if you want to flip it up. And you can see we've got a line on both sides. And we've got a squirrel over here being silly in the trees. That's distracting my helper. No, just kidding. I'm really the helper, we all know that. All right, you might wonder why we didn't build this on site. Well, if you notice our narrow opening, our opening's barely gonna be big enough to get this.
Just the single board up here.
It's gonna be kind of tricky.
Let me help you.
As is. So here we are. We've got it in place. Now I've written bottom front on it. So which one? Do you see it? It's got to be on your end then. Okay, that's
There's
good.
some writing there. I just can't see it. What
Can't read
it, folks.
We haven't used this nailer. I'm going to nail into some fake wood real quick, or not real fake wood. It's wood we've already jacked up. We're just going to make sure that it's going to go through and that it's going to line up before I actually split out any of my boards. So I'm just going to do a sample nail. It's going to let me know. Yep, so it held. The tricky part's going to be is trying to keep that in a line and not blowing out the sides. See, like that. That's what we're going to have to watch for, Michelle. We're going to have to.
Okay.
And we did it again. Yeah, so not a lot of board to hit. But that's all it's gonna. That's how that sucker's gonna be held together. Is just those little air nails.
Okay, so we have our first storage section completed. We'll see what happens with the next one.
We did this so that we didn't have to get deep under there, and we have to get deep under there anyways. Is that fun, honey? I'm just watching. She won't let me help.
Okay, so surprise, we are changing things up yet again. We decided to put our final board on the bottom to give it a little more stability, but of course we waited till the last part to decide to add that. So
now we're thinking IKEA furniture sounds pretty good.
here we go. We're getting it. It's coming together.
So, ladies and gentlemen, she is a professional. What do you say, Michelle? Easy money?
No, I missed.
It's It's okay, don't tell anybody.
Well,
Did you miss on your side?
yeah.
It's in the back. Is it way missed? Like, do you need to pull it out? Is it going to grab stuff or no?
Right.
Okay. So Michelle, what are we doing here?
We're just adding some braces to keep it secure so it doesn't fall apart.
Or less likely to fall apart. One of the reasons why we had to build it so lightweight and that we're so conscious of that is because of the weight load capacity that's up here. I don't know what it is, but I know it's not a lot, just based on the weight of it. Michelle's doing her best to vacuum over there, put the final touches on before we slide it back, since we actually created some sawdust. It was not our plan, but sometimes that happens. What do you think, Michelle? Too much space over there?
Oh, so much space.
Can't wait to insulate?
Can't wait.
So what do you think?
Yeah, we did it. I think we added a lot of storage space. I think we're going to be surprised how much storage space we have.
I don't think I know we added a lot of storage space. We had, you know, like 8 drawers up here before. We've got 15 deep totes now. They're 8 drawers that were only about 12 inches deep, 12 to 14 inches deep. And now we're 24 inches deep, 16 and a half wide by 6 and a half tall. So pretty big totes for what they're 28 quart totes from Home Depot. And the whole project cost us what, Michelle?
$220.
Yeah, not including the frustration and anger that she had with me near the end. But, you know, it's just part of the process. You know, when you don't know what you're building exactly, but you make a plan and you can see we did it just how we designed it. A little bit wobblier than we anticipated. But hey, that's what we bought for boards, and we know next time to go a little bit heavier. But we're trying to keep it lightweight too, so.
Yeah, don't want too much weight up here in the loft.
Yeah, good luck on your tiny home ideas and tiny home storage. Because even though you get rid of a lot of stuff, for us up here at the hunting cabin especially, we still need to keep a fair amount of hunting gear, winter gear. You know, it's not just a tiny home to come up to and visit, but this is actually where we're living. So remember,
You got this.